Another snapper, just a little fella. We didn't get much the other night, so I'm just running hooked up to our first fish. It's got a little bit of low-lying fowl out here. It's got a Kahawai. Leo kōtare. Welcome to Real Kiwi Fishing this week. Pierre and I are off the sand. We actually turned up to one of our spots, and my mate's down there. He was here already, just sort of plonkered sort of 100 feet down there, so he's well away. We're actually still in alert level 4, and I've actually had to put Pierre into my bubble. He actually lives alone, so I pulled him into my bubble just for a little bit of well-being, a little bit of mental health. And we thought what we'd do today is come down and have a flick off the beach. It's a great way to cleanse the mind, flicking a few baits. I'm not really expecting too much. Still, it's only early days. It's sun's still up, so thought we'd come down. We've had a swell rolling through actually the past few days, so it's going to stir it up. It is quite murky out there. We like to fish it a couple more days along when it's sort of calmed down a bit, but we thought, hey, let's just get out there and get a line wet. And Pierre might pick up a few Kahawai for the smoker as well. We might be lucky, might get some snaps, probably more towards that late evening into dark. But yeah, hopefully get into a few fish and hope you guys enjoy. Hooked up to our first fish. Feels like a little snapper. Little snap. And your line. It's a little snap. Another snapper. Around Pierre's line again, as usual. Yeah.
That's the same one you released it before?
No, this is bigger, man.
No? And now you've got it.
Another little snap. Just starting to get bites. Just a little fella. We'll get him back in the water. He'll make his way out. Here he goes. Gone. So yeah, just starting to get a few little bites. It's what normally happens at our spots. Thought we might have got a few Kahawai during the day, but just starting to get a few little nibbles now. I'll get another bait out. Well guys, we didn't get much the other night. Me and Peter have actually come down to give it another shot. Swell's still up. And that's the thing, sometimes during the day with the swell running can be quite good. Used to be. So it's quite good that the swell's there and it's stirring up a bit. Tide's coming in. Last time we were here, tide was going out. It was a little bit too early. Still a little early for us. It's only a couple of days later. But we thought, hey, let's come down for another flick of the bait. Get Pierre out amongst it. But we've got our first baits out, so yeah, we'll just carrying on from last time, see if we get a few fish today. Got a high tide around that 5 o'clock. It'd be nice if it was around 7, around that dark time. But Pierre's just after a couple of Kahawai anyway for the smoker. So I thought we'd come down again while that swell's coming in. Might even pick up a snapper if we're lucky, but we'll see how we go. So I'm just running a dropper off the beach. It's actually on my 10-foot rock rod, my tournament concept, and the Coronado. Thought I'd bring it up and give it a flick out. Running braid off it, so getting some good distance around that sort of 60-70 meters. Just running a little recurve, little bead, probably about a meter trace, just half pulleys. Just putting cotton, bit of cotton on. Got a nice swell rolling. It's been rolling for a few days on and off. Stirred up the bottom. And there you go. That's pretty much it. Hooked up to our first fish. Feels like a little snapper. Not sure if it's takeable. If we're lucky, get one for Pierre's dinner. Yep, she's takeable, probably around 36, 37. There you go, our first fish. Yeah. Nah, it's first bait.
Oh, well, that's a good start then.
There you go, he's probably around 36, 37, so we'll chuck him in the bin. Grab. Getting a few bites on the kōtare. Might have to drop down to one rod. Starting to get a few bites. So I'm just keeping this rod down that side of that reef. just running a quite a tight drag because I got that recurve hook. You don't want it too tight in case a stingray grabs it or something, and then your rod starts skipping across the water. But yeah, starting to get a few bites now. It's just a pity that tide's a little bit wrong by about maybe an hour and a half. It'd be nice if it was high tide around that sort of 7 o'clock, even 8 o'clock, an hour after dark. It's just those perfect time while it's still dark. Actually, tomorrow morning would be actually the go. Oh, just another little tap there. It's got a J hook on this one, so I've got a strike. Yeah, a lot more fishy for us today. Just got a little bit of low-lying foul out here. You'll see here on the beach, these little blocks of reef there, and that goes up quite far. And this rod here, my kōtare, I'm actually casting into that reefy area. With that swell, I might get sort of snagged up a bit. My tournament concept, that's sort of running down the side of this sets of reef. I quite like fishing down the sides of rocks or reef. And we actually got quite a nice little corner down here at the end of the beach. If you're ever wanting to surf cast on a high tide, you want to sort of fish those areas down the sides of little bits of reef. And the only reason why we're fishing here in the middle is because we've got that reef structure all along here. And I picked up that little snapper on the tournament concept, so far so good. He's hoping for a Kahawai. He's actually got his little rod with him as well. What he likes to do is chuck one in close, one out far. He's got a Kahawai.
Yep, put it in there.
So you go, just a little Kahawai.
Yep, fresh bait.
Yeah, what Pierre likes to do is, normally when you bring two rods, your big surf casters, you're flicking them out to the horizon. And what Pierre likes to do is have one of those smaller rods because you can't chuck it as far. So he has his surf caster out as far as he can cast. Cast that one as far as you can. It's not going to go as far as your surf caster. So that's one good thing when you actually go fishing, if you have your smaller rod as well. Sometimes that actually catches more fish than your surf caster. But yeah, a little bit of fun. I've got that pocket of foul out in front of me, so got to give it a good yank up, get it up out of those rocks, and wind flat tack. Yep, no bait. There you go. No bait. Bait up and chuck out another one. Flick out another bait. On the old kōtare. Getting some good distance. Probably about 100, close to 100 meters, which is good. He's going to chuck out another fresh bait. It's a great time of day to be flicking out a bait. Haven't actually done too badly during the day. Caught a Kahawai snapper, had a few bites, bit of fun. But yeah, best time of the day is about now. This is normally when the snapper come in and mooch in around the shallows. So might skew a couple more baits and maybe call it a day. Spear's hooked up. Fish of the day. Might be a big snapper up here. Big kingy. Oh, Razza.
It would be eco ray.
Are you over mine or under mine?
I don't know.
Walk up to it. I think you're over.
Is it?
You're over or under? Under, yeah. Oh, go Razza Dazza!
Get him off.
Oh.
Just get him off.
Nah. Come on, man, he's playing you, dog. He's playing you.
No,
Oh.
eco ray goes there.
It's a big snapper, man.
Right. With the wrong tail.
No, true. It's a kingy, man. It's a kingy.
That would be nice.
I've got that feeling, man.
Yeah, with the wrong tail, eh?
Yeah. That real long one. Oh, old Puff Daddy's in the house.
Bugger. It's just around here. Where is it?
Nah, he's still out there.
No, it's over here.
Nah, it's way out there. Didn't go get him.
Right?
Go get him.
Yeah, hold on.
Piers Day. Well, pretty much going to call it a day. Just got a couple of little snaps in the Kahawai. It's been a bit hard, but it's just been about getting out here, having a bit of a break, catch up with Pierre, get him out in the salt air. So it hasn't been too bad. It's always good just to be out flicking a bait, and like I say, just catching the fish is the bonus. But might have another shot tomorrow at another spot. Let's see how we go. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this little quick vid. Alert level 4, fishing from the shore. A couple of fish in the bin. Fishing with a mate, that's pretty much about it. Till next time, tight lines.